seems like enlightenment is the final goal or purpose, the end of the journey. But will you still be interested in this happy end if you knew that this end means a life of service, that becoming what you are, enlightenment, is becoming a servant, and you dedicate your life to the other unexisting phenomena? Would it still be something you would want to do? And it's not a cliche, and it's not a theory. This is it. Enlightenment means that you become the force, the thing itself, force of nature, call it what you want, the thing that runs everything simultaneously. And when you are this power, you lose the identification with the narrow character yourself, and you become something that is interested equally in everything. So this thing, this all-nothingness, this natural state works endlessly in a synchronized kind of way to allow phenomena to express their highest potential. And when you become this thing, when the thin line between the character and you itself just is erased, you become just like a force of nature that is flowing, and it doesn't have an agenda or something he needs to do. It always is in the right place at the right time, because this is just the state. And so it can help in the highest way it can, just by being what it is. I mean that, for example, if Simcha right now is here talking to a camera, this is the highest potential of evolvement to the whole thing that she could be doing, because she is a very busy woman, because she is useful, and so many people, she can be in many places or do many things for others and for the character itself, to allow the character to grow so she can continue her journey, Simcha's journey, to become stronger and to be an inspiration to others, and maybe have some kind of a success that will influence her around surroundings. So if she is somewhere doing something, it's the highest thing she could be doing. And right now, this is the highest thing she could be doing, because even though this potential of help is very limited, because there is no direct connection, it's only words and a character just sitting and talking, this is also something that has an influence on something, and right now this is the time to do it. Not always, and this is why she doesn't post her videos in a regular kind of way, because she flows with everything that goes on in her life, and there is a strict priority that has nothing to do with her. She doesn't schedule the prioritization of the things, they come to her. And it can be great, important things, or small interaction with someone. A very small interaction can make a great difference in someone's life. A sentence, a word, in the right time, when you say to someone who is in need, can really change his way of looking and give him hope. This is so amazing, and so it's not the thing itself. You don't have to go to an orphanage and, you know, serve bowls of soup to help others. It is everywhere. It is every time. It is in every small creature that you meet. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be an animal or a tree. the definition of enlightenment is a life of service. This is the only definition Simcha can give to this state, because this is how she got to this state, by being a servant and helping others. And I realize that many of you are not looking for this kind of enlightenment. Psychedelics and meditations and all this spiritual world offers something very different. It offers like a heavenly realm, other dimensions, something that is all far beyond this human superficial world. And of course, it's not so hard, because you are willing to work hard. Some people are willing to work hard, but not just by doing the dishes or cooking, by exercising their minds or staring at something until their mind is lying to itself that something is happening. And this offer I am offering you, if you really want to become this thing, is to really, really comprehend and accept that this is it. And then ask yourself, truly and genuinely, is this something that I'm interested in? Is this something I want? Being redeemed from the suffering, you think enlightenment is the end of suffering, is the knowing, and you are some kind of an almighty force that is beyond everything, and you think that it, of course, it will be good for me and I will be happy or light or just like transcendent and holy and beyond everything and everyone, and I will not be approachable like no one. It will be so different from what I am right now, and I will not need to bother with everyone and all the annoying things and all the chores and everything. No, I will be enlightened and everything will go away, and I will sit and everything will just be different. And it won't. This promise many others that talk about this thing, this state, make for you to reach this state, and then something, like amazing will happen and your life will be transformed. It's taking you away from yourself and your life, where enlightenment lies and is living. And the paradox is, when I offer this way of service, of being a servant, I'm offering you to look at yourself and truly see if a life of service to others is something that is now happening in your life. Are you doing it spontaneously? If you are doing it, how are you doing it? How are you serving others? If you are serving from a point that is resentful, or just to do the right thing without the meaning, because it's not in your nature, it is harder, and you must work harder on yourself to understand why this giving is basically really the right thing and why it is best for you. All nothingness, this isness, is always on the move. It's always moving. It's always creating, even though it is still and it is not moving in the highest way possible. What you are perceiving right now as reality is the movement, and in the movement you can clearly see that the service, the relationship between things is the most powerful thing for something to happen or to grow. And when you do that as a character, when you pay attention to your family, friends, community, country, the world, nature. When you really, really are interested in them and not in yourself, you become, instantly become the thing itself that is not interested in itself. All nothingness is not interested in someone, something. It is interested in everything. Everything is it. So if you, as a character, act as if everyone around you is equally important as yourself and need the same help as you can give yourself, something extraordinary happens, because you can't think, oh, I will give to others, there will be nothing left for me, and this is not a healthy situation, or why shouldn't I give to the ones who are closer to me, or this ranking of giving. But it will happen naturally, because your life, of course, if you have children, you have to give them first the great attention, because this is your role as a character. And if there's a child who's just playing outside and he played with the ball and you can return his ball, this is an act of giving. He's lost his ball and you can just kick it. And it's a game, and it's nice, and it's small. But this is the maximum thing you can do for this phenomena, which is not close to you, but it is in your radar. Everything that is around you will present itself in such a way that you will know the ranking of the giving. And you yourself, the character, is very important too, because if you don't give the sufficient time and care for the character, it will not be strong enough to help others or to be an inspiration to others. So you did nothing. You have to take care of the character without concentrating on the character and its goals and its dreams and everything. It's just doing the best things you can do for it, for Simcha. Simcha is doing the best things she could do for a character like Simcha. She does what she loves, she eats what is healthy for her, wants, and she enjoys the time with, is not work, just like singing with others or having fun and letting everyone just enjoy their day and appreciate the beauty of being together. And this is very important for her to be strong in the body, and to have like plans for Simcha that will inspire others if she succeeds on doing them, or if she fails. And then it's the same, because she's showing to others that she has like some kind of dream and she's trying to fulfill it. It's something that is related to screenwriting, and she's trying to write, and her surroundings can see how she's trying. If she succeeds, it's beautiful and it will have many influences. And if she fails, she can show them and demonstrate that what happens when you try and you don't succeed. And it's a win-win anyway. So the character itself is not neglected, and the thing itself, all nothingness, ranks the ways to help this thing, and it does it in an automatic kind of way, because it is free from the character, so it doesn't have to make all these calculations. And I can say that Simcha's day is like she has a personal assistant. Every minute of the day is scheduled, and people turn to their appointments sometimes without her having to bother to contact them. She'll just meet them, or they'll just call in the exact moment. She has the 10 minutes or an hour for them to do what she needs to do with them, to make everything, to let them have what she can offer. And she's not offering anything big, and you will not offer something immense. This life of service, being a servant, is always seeing everything and trying to be active and help it. shows you the mechanism of the illusion of this world, that all nothingness is. It will not show you the emptiness of it, the stillness, and the quietness. It will not. It will show you what you can see and perceive right now. But it is the same thing. It is what is being revealed to the character in the moment of self-realization. You understand that this is the same thing. All this noise, all this movement becomes this stillness and quietness. And of course there is an enormous ecstasy and bliss, because I don't know how to describe this bliss, but when you are acting for others and you help them, really help them, not because you have to, or because the opportunity was so beautiful, and you really changed something, and you see this grateful eyes, and you yourself are so proud, and this is a moment you can sense small, like fractal of this bliss, of this enormous bliss. If you do that, if you try to remember some time in your life when you helped someone, and he was so grateful, and you are so grateful that you could do that for him. And this moment, this happy moment for both of you, this is the state of being ecstatic that you are this thing, that you are this enormous bliss of, it's not someone helping someone, because if you help in the right way, there is no giver and no someone who needs this help. There is no two sides. There is only one story of giving, and this giving and passion is the nature of nothingness. I think you really have to know that if you are truly interested in enlightenment, or self-realization, or knowing yourself, as I like to call it. This is the actual meaning of it. This is it. You will not go on a pedestal and become some kind of untouchable someone or something. No. It will still be the same, and even worse. And even worse, you will have to do so many more things, because you would be able to do that because you would be free, and you would not burden yourself with yourself, so you will have more energy and time for others. This is it. So simple. The illusion continues. Only in one side difference. You are more useful as a person, as a character, and then you work harder. How is it? Do you like what I'm saying? Would you like that for yourself? This is it. And it's wonderful. And it is liberation, and it is the thing itself. And when you are the thing itself, there is no effort. It is an effortless movement, an automatic, effortless movement, so there is no one who is working harder. It's just illusion. It's so beautiful, but I know it may sound like something that is hard to accept. And if it's hard for you to accept, and you are saying, okay, she's talking about this thing that I know about, that you have to help others and be compassionate and ready, but there are many more things in this thing, in this enlightenment, and I'll cherish them, and they will be something I will hang on to, because this cannot be it. No. And this is it. Simple, plain, raw, almost human, so human. It's so not, because being this state is being the highest way of giving and compassion that you can. That this is the essence of the nameless thing, the eternal thing. This is the essence. You are this essence, just express it. Simcha is free now to express it with all her might as a character, with all the small hands and character. She's free now. And she has done that before the shift. And this is why she's saying, this is the only way to be the only thing you could be. When you are enlightened, you know yourself, you become a great, 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 great servant.